my dining room table and all of the loot. I don't know, I've been really enjoying doing these short videos. I know a few of you have commented in the past that you liked the like big giant haul videos, and I haven't had that many of them in a while. But the smaller ones they've been really helpful for me because I don't have tons of stuff sitting around waiting to be filmed, and I can kind of like do more videos so you guys can see me more often. And also it's just good for my mental health, you know? So yeah. Anyway, I thought I would show you some of the things that I have been grabbing lately. My husband had a 3-day weekend last weekend, which was phenomenal because he so generously gifted me Friday. So I went on Friday, I went down south to some of those thrifts that I used to go to all the time that I love. I did find some stuff. I didn't find like an insane amount of stuff, but I did find some stuff. One of the biggest things I found were in my most recent Christmas like thrift haul. If you watched that, I showed a nativity set, like an antique nativity set that I got. I found like 5 bags of more like characters for, not characters, but you know, pieces for the nativity set. So I found a bunch to finish my nativity set for myself, and then I found a bunch that I'm gonna sell. They're like the old composite ones made from Italy. So if you're looking for any friends to finish your nativity set, keep your eyes open because I'm gonna put a ton on Etsy. So that was like the biggest thing that I found, which is like kind of like a weird because it's not as fun to show you. But I did find a few other little trinkets along the way. So the first thing I found is this really cool pottery handmade, it's dated and signed 1983 decanter, and it has like the little topper. So I have to take the little H off, that's from the thrift store. But yeah, really cool. Love that. I feel like that would be so hard to make, so kudos to them. Then the next thing I found, which is for me because it's kind of in really rough condition, but I couldn't leave it behind, I loved it, is this German antique little piece. I've seen, and you guys probably have too, tons of transferware pieces like this with the flowers, but I have never found one with like a Native American chief on there before, and it actually like in really small print says his name, but I cannot make it out. I think it's something bear, but anyhow, it's so beautiful. And it's like made in Germany. It's not in great condition though, unfortunately. It does have a hairline crack like right here, and it has a chip on the front right there. So I just figured, I don't know if anyone would want to buy this. If it was in perfect condition, they're worth about $100, which is cool. I think I only paid like $250 for it because it was half price, but again, it's got some major defects. So I'll probably just throw it in the cabinet because I just love it. I love the graphic on that. It's just stunning. So let's see. I got one more thing at this one thrift store. Look, how good is that? Oh, I'm amazed. It's obviously mid-century modern, Seth Thomas. This is like suede, and then obviously like the teak wood, and it's just so beautiful. It might be mahogany actually, I don't know. Let's see if it says. No, it just says suede and wood, so I don't know, but it is beautiful. I took a really big risk on it because it is battery powered, and I did not know if it would work or not, but it does. We put a battery in and she's going, so that was amazing. This was $20, so thank goodness that it works, because I would have to find a way to get it fixed because it would not be worth my money if it wasn't working. But I just figured somebody's gonna love this, so as much as I want to keep this, I'll probably list it on Etsy. Oh, it's beautiful, but it's hard to find mid-century pieces like that now. So whenever I do, even if they're a little pricey, I just scoop them up. So that was all at one thrift, and then I went to another thrift that I also enjoy. And I almost feel like, it's more, I've been paying like antique store prices. I feel like I'm telling you I went to thrift stores, but I kind of paid antique prices for all these things, but it's okay. It's, you know, that's just how the market is right now. Things are a little more expensive. And you know, we'll just keep thrifting and see what we can find. But the first thing I grabbed are these. I grabbed two. They actually had four, but I just took two. I would have loved to get all four, but they were $25 each. I did see someone else sell one for $100 on Etsy, and that's how much I'm gonna list mine for. So, you know, it's still worth it. I'm probably actually gonna sell them as a set, so it'll be more than $100, but yeah, they're just phenomenally beautiful. I just, you know, I love foxes, so there's like a really nice crackle great glaze. And they're candle holders, obviously. I know, they're so good, so good. So I got a pair of two, and I was gonna keep one and sell one, but I think realistically, I'm just gonna sell them as a pair. I really wanna keep them together. I got two little vintage Christmas pieces. They're not in great condition, sadly. They were inexpensive though. I think I paid like $3 or $4 for each one. They're both Goble, Germany. So I got her. She's a little candle holder. I did not realize she was damaged when I bought her. She's decapitated, so sad for her. And then I also bought this little angel, and she's like playing a little flute. And she's in really good condition, but she's missing part of her flute apparently, which I also didn't notice when I bought her, but luckily they were not expensive. But they are Goble, Germany, and they will make their way to Etsy one day. Then I thrifted this, little mirror. So this is a little, I don't even know, moon mirror. Brass. It was $2.99. So I know moons do really well. People are super into that, and mirrors and brass and the whole thing. So I just figured this would be really nice to pick up. So that will be on Etsy. I found a really cool brass moon ashtray at another thrift for like, I think it was like $15. So I was like, you know, put on the brakes, and I went back to get it like a week later because it was a really small little thrift store. I did not think there was any chance I would be sold, and it was gone. I was like, dang. So that's the other thing is like, if they have these high prices and people are buying stuff, then like, you know, makes a good business model. I understand why they continue to have things be expensive. I would too. The last thing that I got at that thrift store, I think, yeah, the last thing that I picked up is this little antique Victorian purse. So I'll show you the detail on that. I mean, next level beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that just amazing? It's Carpet Baggers is the brand. You press this down and then it opens like that. And then it has this little flower. I thought that the like previous owner had added that, but that's actually like a part of it. And then the tag is on the inside. It's very hard to show you, but it's super old. So beautiful. This little thing is really cool because you can hold it a couple of ways. So you can, you can carry it like that, or they also wore it as like a necklace. Ooh, 1 year eventually. And then they would wear it like literally that, which is really cool. I wish that style would come back instead of the fanny packs, but you know, isn't that beautiful? So that was expensive too. I think I paid like $40 for it. So it was 20% off, and with that I got it for about $40. So still expensive. Definitely kind of more of like an antique store vibe, but really beautiful. So I'm excited about that, and that will find its way onto Etsy eventually. Then I grabbed a couple things at Goodwill. Nothing crazy, but some fun stuff. I got this little brass bamboo picture frame, which is really cool, with like kind of faux burl wood back. This was $4.99, but I get 20% off at Goodwill, so less the 20%. And then I got a couple of little baskets. I don't know. I've been picking these up lately when I find them. I see them a lot, but I feel like baskets are kind of gonna be like brass, where now I used to see brass everywhere. And I would pick up figurines and things like that, but not really the candlesticks. And now I'm like kind of kicking myself that I didn't buy more brass candlesticks, because whenever I find them at the thrift, they want like $7 or $8 per candlestick, and they used to be like $1 or less. Now nothing's less than $1, but like back in the day, they would be like 50 cents for a candlestick. So definitely wish I would have like maybe hoarded some more of those, but then again, I don't need to keep any more stuff. I have so much stuff. So yeah, anyway, very long story short, I picked these guys up. I know baskets aren't really like that exciting, but I thought they were cool. So every once in a while I pick them up. Our thrift stores are loaded with baskets. I don't know if it's just because like we live in the South and it's like kind of a coastal thing to have like rattan everywhere, especially like in the 80s and 90s, but dang, I find a lot of baskets. So I usually compose myself, but I grabbed these two and they were only $1 each, so I felt like that was a good deal. And then I picked up this beautiful little watercolor. It looks like the Pacific Northwest to me, probably Oregon. And I just thought it was so pretty. I just love it. I don't think it's super old, but it's signed, and well, actually, I take that back, because the sticker on the back actually kind of makes me feel like it is a little older than I thought. But regardless, it's framed really lovely. It's just framed really nice, sleek and clean, so very modern in that regard. And I think a lot of people will like that. So eventually that will make its way onto Etsy as well. My husband had like a short day, and he happened to be right next to a thrift that I haven't been to in years. So he popped in, and he didn't have time to call me. He usually like takes me through, so he just surprised me with a couple of things that he picked up. So the first thing he grabbed was this little vase, and I don't usually grab these little vases, but I think he did a really good job because this is painted so nice. I love the flowers on it. I just think it's really beautiful. So this is Japan, hand painted, and it was $2.99, so not too bad. I don't know if he got my discount or not, but cute. And then the other thing he got is hilarious. I laughed. He got this cat plate, and she's so good, right? She's like a little Siamese kitten wearing a hat with flowers. And then the best part is it's signed. So it says, "To Nella from Mimi, Christmas of 1968. So that's so good, like so good. So good eye for him to grab those two things, because those are amazing. Then I went to a little local church thrift, which I absolutely adore, but they close crazy early. They're never open on weekends. So it's been really hard for me to get there. But now that I'm home with Willow, they're actually really close to our grocery store. So, well, like our organic grocery store for her fruits and veggies and stuff. So I grabbed some stuff from them, and I'm elated. So the first thing I found is this little scrimshaw and 14 karat gold cat necklace. It's also signed, and it's just so cool. He's amazing. That was only $4. So very exciting about that. I haven't found jewelry in forever because, you know, they took it out of all of our Goodwills. And then I found this box. It's like the wood burn box. What is that called? Like typography, maybe? I forget. But what's really cool about it is it's dated 07. So it's from 1907. So this little doodad is over 100 years old. I love the clasp on that and just how kind of like beat up it is. I don't know. So anyway, I'm probably going to keep this for a little while because it like really fits the vibe that I'm going for lately in our house. So yeah. Then, oh guys, so good. I guess the church like had these goblets, but they didn't want them anymore. So they had them sell them at the thrift store. Why they sold them so inexpensively, shouldn't say like, I don't know, but they are amazing. So I bought a set of 6, so I'll show you. I just grabbed 2 to show you. They're $2 each, so amazing. And look at how big they are, like so big, beautiful goblets. So as you guys know, I've been looking for a set for myself, and I'm just like so torn what to do on these because I wanted something that was like a little darker gray with like maybe a more intense blue. These are almost like, I don't know, like a robin's egg almost. So I'm not 100% sure, but a set of 6 matching, like when will I ever find that again? Never. So I don't know what to do on those. They're literally just sitting on my kitchen counter because I don't know what to do. Then I went to a local hospice thrift. So all of our hospice thrifts are like very expensive, but they get the best stuff. So it's kind of like going to like an antique store. Like you go there knowing that you're probably going to find something you want, but also that you're probably going to pay top dollar. But sometimes it's just worth it, where you just are like, you know what? Like, I just need to go and find a treasure. I've been going to Goodwill a lot and like leaving completely empty-handed. So sometimes it's just worth it to go to a thrift where you know you're going to find something, even if you're going to pay a little bit more money for it. So the first thing I grabbed, and then I've been looking for antique picture frames for pictures of Willow. I think I talked about this in my last video. I'm not sure if I did. I'm not sure if I even showed you this picture frame. I'm like 99% sure that I did. But anyway, it's so beautiful. It has these delicate little flowers and then flowers down the side. And I put this awesome picture of Shmoo. How cute is she? So I put this picture of Willow in it. And ever since then, I've just been kind of like hooked on trying to find more antique picture frames just to kind of have pictures of her around the house. I literally printed like, I don't even know, like hundreds of photos at Walgreens because I wanted to have them. So the first thing I found is this beautiful antique frame. So it looks like it's brass, but it's not. It's like I don't even know, wood and plaster. It's got to be like a composite of some sort and possibly gold leaf paint. That's what they thought it was. I don't know if I believe them, but regardless, it still has the glass, and look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, it's so romantic. And that's the back. So truly amazing. I don't really know if it technically is supposed to go like this or like this. There's a part of me that kind of prefers it like this, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Like this? So tell me please in the comments, is this like giant, is this thing supposed to go on the top or on the bottom? I don't know. So I'm not sure if I'm selling that or not. It was $28, so I probably should sell it, but I really like it. So I don't know. We'll see. Then I picked up 2 brass antique frames. One unfortunately is missing the glass, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But they're really cool, and they're also incredibly old. So the brass filigree on them is lovely. And then you can really tell their age by this back. Look at that. So I mean, these are probably early 1900s, probably like maybe even late 1800s if I had to guess. And the thing is, okay, so like I paid $18 for this, but on Etsy I would say that it would probably get between like $35 and $45 depending on the seller. So I feel like this is worth it. Like, it was expensive, don't get me wrong. It's a weird size, so I don't really know. My girlfriend had the suggestion of putting Willow's handprints or feet prints in here, which I thought was genius. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but dang if it isn't pretty. And I want to do, I'm trying to plan her first birthday, which is giving me like horrible anxiety because I'm just not good at planning things. And Pinterest just stresses me out because I don't even know. So I was just thinking it would be cool if I did have tables set up for people to sit, that if at every table, like if, along with like maybe flowers, I could have like pictures of her in these antique picture frames. Wouldn't that be so good? But I don't know if I want to be that extra also, because that just sounds like a lot. So I don't know. And then the other one I got is a much more useful size, but it's of course missing its glass. So I'm gonna have to try to thrift another picture frame and steal the glass. So I don't think that will be impossible, but it might take a minute. But anyway, same deal with the back and amazing. I couldn't leave them. They're so pretty, and that's exactly what I've been looking for. So what am I gonna do? That was $15, so a little less. And then 2 more things. I grabbed this phenomenal piece of real coral. This was only $5, so super exciting. Obviously, if you aren't from, well, I don't know, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but coral is like super protected. Like, you cannot harvest it, and like, why would you want to? Like, our coral reefs are like so pathetically sad right now. So they used to harvest coral to sell, and now it's like highly impossible to do that. I mean, there might be like some sort of like farms where they make it, but I don't know. I know that like if you were to go to the ocean and get it, like you're gonna get arrested. So the only way that I've ever found coral, like pieces of coral, is secondhand. That's really the only way I would want to buy it. Honestly, it's kind of like, it's like ivory. Like, you would never want to like buy that like new. So yeah, this is like an antique, or not maybe antique, but at least vintage piece of real coral. And it's so cool. I think I'm gonna give it to my mom, but like I'll wait until, because she collects like vintage coral. But I think I'm gonna wait until like a holiday, because this is good. So I'll probably throw it in my cabinet, because I just think it's gonna like go with my junk so well. So that's lovely. And she'll like that. And then the last thing I got, I probably should have saved one of my other things, because this isn't like the coolest thing, but I do like it. It's just this little trivet. So this was only $4, I think. So that's fun. I've been trying to collect a set of these to sell like a set on Etsy, but I keep forgetting and listing them. So I just sold one, and I was like, what's wrong with me? I was supposed to do a set. But this one's a really good one. It's got brass, it's got bone, it's kind of big, like it's got little feet. So, hey, no. At $4, you know what? That's a good price. So I got some deals and I got some not so deals, but I got good loot regardless. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed my haul and all my loot and all the random stuff that I gathered. And thank you for coming along with me on this crazy vintage journey. And I bid you adieu. Good timing as Willow yells.